All right, we are recording. DPW Public Works Building Committee. Attendants Kevin Cleary, Dan Salbucci, Frank Lynham, Dave LeMay, Dennis Smith, Rick Anderson, and Scott Upker from our CMS, our owner's project manager. We have the minutes from August 11th and August 28th.
Motion to accept.
Second.
We have a motion second. Is there any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Unanimous. Scott, construction progress.
All right. Well, the main progress, obviously, that we had over the last month was, I think at the last meeting that we had here, there was they were just starting to take out the soil, and that's all been removed now. There was a little bit of an overage on the total quantity of the impacted soil. So we had a slight adjustment with change order number 11, which we'll go over in a minute. But overall, all things, excuse me, all things considered over the last month and how things have been closing out, we're satisfied with how things are going. There's just some minor items. For example, we have requested that Sims, Manny McKee come out, Peter Glick, the civil engineer, to do a final site walkthrough and kind of a back punch. There's a area at the main entrance where there's a little bit of a puddle, so we're trying to look into that issue a little bit more and see what needs to be done there. There was some grouting at the curbs that needed to be done, and there was some. I believe they were coming back to touch up some of the hydro seeding as well. So some very small list of items that we've been tracking, and Bruce has been moving in. I believe that's been going well, hopefully. And
It's going well.
No, I do have some things about the punch list.
Okay. I know we got a Bruce notified me today that the power washer, the hose burst and that. So the way we handle warranty is I have like a template. It's a CMS warranty work order that will assist with filling out these work orders. Send them to Tony. They obviously have a year. Everything is under a year warranty of substantial completion, so they have to respond quickly to those warranty requests. In terms of commissioning, the commissioning agent is going to come back this month to exercise the heating equipment. I would expect probably this month October that'll happen, assuming we get some cooler days. Not expecting any surprises with that, but if something comes up, we'll handle it through the warranty process. We have several invoices that came in over the last month that gets us close to closing out the financial aspect of the project. We did not receive a invoice from Paige, which is fine. We'll send that in for processing when we get it. But I'd be happy to answer any questions or open it up for discussion.
I just happened to notice today that, I've written down that the garage doors that were adjusted the last time, water's still seeping underneath them into the maintenance garage.
Okay.
And at the vestibule today, I noticed as we were leaving, as you're standing outside, the right-hand corner looks like the water's leaking down because there's a puddle right in front of the glass, right in front of the doorway.
Outside?
Outside.
Okay.
That's dangerous.
And you brought up, and then the puddle washes in.
Okay. So so items like that, best way to handle those is through email to me, pictures are great. We'll formalize them on the warranty work order sheet, and then we'll have a log that we can distribute so we can track those items.
I have a question. On any last minute items that need to be repaired, whose responsibility is it to pay it, to do it?
When you say
Hey.
repaired, like as a warranty?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's on the contractor.
Okay, should we hold back the final payment of that company to make sure that they're completed? Instead of
Well-
paying them and then they say, okay, goodbye.
We owe them roughly $250,000 right now. So once we get that next requisition, we'll see like if there's any outstanding items. We'll hold money back. We
Okay.
can't hold money back for things that might happen. We can only
No, not might happen.
anything that's out there. We'll make sure we hold.
Okay, I don't want to just pay the final bill and they say goodbye and then all of a sudden we see an issue.
Absolutely, I agree.
Is that 250 in retainage or just 250? Because obviously there's some contract work they've finished.
Right.
Like you said, they haven't done an invoice. What's the
Some of that's
retainage value?
The soils, some of that's in some retainage for site and a few other. A lot of the retainage has been released on the last requisition for several of the subs, but
Do you
there's
know what-
still some that are.
Do you know what the retainage number is? Roughly? If you know, okay, there's 200 they're still owed, but obviously some of that is for work performed that they just haven't invoiced. I'm curious what the retainage number is. Roughly what it is.
You're right in front of me. That I can
And we
probably.
didn't release 100% of the retainage either.
Yeah.
No, I assume that. I was just curious.
But that'll be coming up
I
in the
can
next rec.
I can send you an email on that. Get you that
Maybe.
information shortly.
Well,
Well, and that leads into my next O&M manuals, training, you know, obviously all that.
You guys have all the O&Ms, right? Hard copies, and we have
I
digital
haven't
copies.
seen any.
Should have all the O&Ms. Those should have been.
Bruce, I don't know if they.
Yeah.
Bruce might have some of them, but I haven't really seen any.
I believe all the O&Ms have been turned over. We were waiting, and some of the closeout that we were waiting for was like the site as built. They were shooting grades as of like last week, so we should be getting that shortly. That was obviously one of the line items that we held back, that value.
Well, there is some exposure to us on
Mary
that
Beth sent an email with all
entrance
different bills.
that's cooling, and that has to be,
It's like,
Yeah, we're not going to talk about that
that
tonight.
has
huh?
to be addressed.
You got this email?
Yeah, but
Yeah,
we're not
the
going
way they're
This is a legal
explaining
issue,
it
so I don't want to.
to us
Right,
is
okay.
that the street has
I mean, 1,
a
2,
slight
3,
dip in it,
5.
and the way they feathered into it created that little bit of a hole. So, my thought process on this was, let's get Sims out here to review everything,
Yep.
get their opinion on it, and if we don't like it, then we can push back. But I think we can, speak with Sims and ask them what's going on there, what should be done. I don't think we're talking about anything big to fix. If it ends up being something that we can't make them do under as a punch list item, then I don't think we're talking about a lot of money to put a shim in there. But,
What about a catch basin?
no, I don't think you need. I wouldn't put a catch basin.
There is one there.
There's a catch basin near there, so
The water just goes away from it. The way they paved it, the water goes away from it.
But if they put another one at the lowest point, I mean,
Right, I don't think they paved it correctly.
I think it'd be cheaper for them to fix the paving than to put another catch basin in.
we looked at the grading plans with Mike at the meeting this Wednesday. He brought them up. We talked about it with Paige and Mike Vienna, and it shows that what is that? I think it's like a 180 line that kind of cuts. It cuts across, and it showed a grade in the street that was assumed to be flat, but when they took the grades, there's like a dip. So I don't know if that dip happened during construction when they like pulled, you know, when they cut everything back. Maybe some water got in and it just settled in a little bit. We'll have to look to see what kind of where the existing, like what shots we have from existing conditions.
Well, that was an entrance before we started this project, and I don't recall ever having issues with water pooling there,
Right.
with the hill building.
Well,
It was parking spaces,
driveway. Yeah, and, no,
but we didn't have puddles in the curb, call it the curb line. You know, it just, the natural pitch of the road is just going down. When I looked at it, you know, as you drive in, the catch basin's on the left.
Yeah,
You know, the new catch basin.
and the rim's 180
The-
too, I think.
The driveway is supposed to pitch from right to left. If you look at what's out there, it clearly pitches left to right.
Maybe the guy who put it in was dyslexic.
So, and that, you know, and that's part of the problem because that catch basin isn't catching some of that water coming down that driveway because it's all shedding away from it. So
Yeah.
they're looking at it. I mean, I understand all that. Did they finish all the patches, the full width patches on Essex Street?
Yeah,
They did.
Yeah,
They went curb to curb and all
Are they
that.
gonna fix that
Okay.
pitch? Because in the cold weather winter, if that turns
Yeah,
to ice,
that's what we're talking about. Yeah, that we need to.
They milled them down. And
Okay.
patched those.
Good.
Was the curbing that needed grouted? Is that the,
I think you said it was.
from the ones they needed?
There was some of that. Tom's been out there. I know he's obviously not here today. We pulled him out of there at the end of last week because there's no like more work going on right this second. If there's any punch list or whatever, like something comes up, you can send him out, or I'll come out and make sure it gets done. But I'd rather just have Sims do a comprehensive site.
Yeah,
punch
yeah,
list.
makes sense,
We
yeah.
can go through it after their list to make sure everything's there. Similar to how we do it with the interior punch list.
I think we just got to look close at, obviously, you know, retainage is probably no more reduction until we know everything is done, but also if there's some issues that, you know, 200K isn't a lot of money if we're talking about repaving, and
Yep.
so just we keep an eye on that last invoice.
And our structural steel friends in the north.
Yeah, we need to talk about that. I'll talk to Scott after.
Well, they don't get paid.
They don't like us, tell you that.
I think the
From some things I saw this weekend when I was up there.
yeah, Mary Beth. I spoke to Mary Beth earlier today. She said she had a conversation with an attorney working with, I believe, one or two of the subcontractors that's for Sky Structures was the sub for Page and Structural Steel, and they're a sub up in Canada or a fabricator, and this is probably the third time maybe we've heard about this, and when we brought it up in the meetings, we were met with some almost like resistance from Page saying you don't have to, like, not in a bad way, just like send it to us. It's our issue. We'll deal with it. You know, it's nothing you have to deal with. And so I'll talk to Neil and find out what he wants me to pull together. But I mean, a couple ways we can.
Have they
look at
filed
it
for
is-
direct payment?
The email didn't read like a file for direct payment. It read of, hey, we're just letting you know.
Yeah.
You know, my thought is a letter from the town to Page
Yeah.
saying we've been notified by one of your whatever vendors, subcontractors.
Council.
Yeah, with council input to say we've been notified because that's what, you know,
Do you know how much is involved?
184,000 Canadian.
It's a few bucks.
Yeah. So that'd be my suggestion. I think Scott,
Okay.
I think Neil would probably be in the same. You know, we get town council and a letter, 2-page, and it's just that we've been notified. Right? I didn't read all the attachments, but the email didn't read like it was a file for direct payment. But obviously, if they're not getting paid, that'll be the next email we get.
Yeah.
So,
Well, I know it's easier for filed subbidders to get paid for direct payment if they're not getting paid, but it's more difficult for like a non-filed sub or a sub to a sub. So,
yeah, this is the steel. So,
Yeah.
is it? Well, and I wasn't even sure. Is this the subcontractor? Is it the fabricator? Is it?
I believe it's a fabricator to like Page contracted with Sky Structures, and this was one of the fabricators. that
So it's the
Sky-
vendor of Sky Structure. Is Sky Structures a file subbid or?
No.
Okay. So they would have to, should go first to Page.
Yeah.
Right.
And it may just be as easy as just providing the attorney, this is the payment recommendation. I mean, this was the requisition where they rec for that work, and here's the check. Here's this is the check that was paid to Page. So it's
Right. I would guess that
they're
would.
contracted with Page, not. I mean, the town's already paid it, so.
Right. But it wouldn't stop them from asking direct payment from us as well. So, but so I guess talking to you, I can follow up with Mary Beth, but I think, Frank, as you said, it's a letter with some town council input to send the Page. Okay. Anything else on construction progress? Where we're at?
No, not really. That's it. We're looking forward to the ribbon cutting next week.
Yeah. Bruce and Dave are getting stuff together.
Anything else you need from us? We're bringing scissors and ribbon.
No, I think Bruce, like I said, Bruce and Dave have been talking.
Picked up like a ribbon and a set of scissors and stuff,
Okay.
and I guess Bruce had ordered some food and stuff, and
Yeah, have some light food.
We're gonna
Yeah.
borrow a podium from the town hall and all that. So we do
Invitations.
on Monday.
Yeah, invitations were mailed out to some of our state reps and senators, and then there was a email to boards, committees, town department heads, things like that. So
So far, it's good. Been decent.
more the merrier. Yeah, the weather looks good actually. It's supposed to be nice. So at least we can kind of have it outside in front of the, right in front of the kind of the admin doors there. So
You can catch all the
It'd be nice
geese
if it
on the
wasn't
way.
like this afternoon.
yeah. Luckily, we can move it inside if we had to.
Man, it poured.
Suppose when we had the open house and it was raining out, we couldn't really have people go inside because the mice were running around.
I remember that, yeah.
All right, Scott, you got some invoices?
Yeah. A bunch. Looks like so CMS invoice number 20 for $18,000, reimbursable number 11 for $14,168. That was for GCI, and the commissioning agent. You want me to go through all of them, or do you want to take?
I said just read them off, and then we'll vote the group.
We had ADS Environmental invoice 10487 for $5,306.10. HKA invoice 22016-10 for $70,588. William Hogan Electric invoice 1424 for $3,430. E&H for $147.97. Bunch of Amazon business invoices for various IT technology items. Do you want me to read all the invoice numbers?
You can do it. Go fine with the total.
The total for those was $2,325.50. MCS Drapery Services for $6,420, and Whitman Police Department for $960. 2 invoices for some traffic details.
Yeah, that's different.
For a grand total of.
Yeah, the grand total was. Oh, we gotta keep going.
Oh, wait, yeah.
Gov Connection for $7,108.34 for more IT technology stuff. Comtrack fiber for $8,300. The grand total is $136,753.91.
Do I have a motion?
Motion to authorize payments 136, 753.91 is detailed.
Second.
We have motion seconds. Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Unanimous.
Good.
Good.
Just to show you that change order we had. Should be the last change order. This was for the irrigation sleeves that got added. That was PCO number 31. PCO number 32 is the remobilization for the asphalt paving that was done where the contaminated soil pile was at the front of the building. And the delta, for the added soil quantity that was removed from the site, that was PCO 33 for $11,762. So that total was $23,261.03. And yeah, that's the last change order. And we're at like 95% complete just on payments and everything. This is our most recent budget. Yeah, 95% complete here. $662,000 and almost $663,000 left in contingency. This is the summary. So.
Yep.
Good shape though.
Did any of the lines exceed 100%? Did they have to be added to from other lines? Transfers, no.
No, I mean we throughout the process we moved some money within FF&E, within each line. You can see the budget revisions in here. These are budget revisions from the initial budget. So.
But ultimately, we're at 22.239 budget.
Yeah.
And I think I saw we're just under 21.1 expended.
Yep.
So, million on the budget. Got a couple bills maybe to pay, but nothing. It's excellent.
Yeah. Just it's been a good project. There was like any project there was certain challenges, but I thought for the most part the team worked well together. Compliments to the building committee and the working group committee that came to the weekly meetings, and it's been nice working with the town, and yeah, we'd love to work with the town again on other projects in the future, and we'll be here seeing through, making sure everything goes well through the warranty period. I'm sure we'll even though this was technically going to be the last committee meeting, I'm sure there'll be, if we need to have another one, it's not a big deal for me. And we'll have, like Kevin said, we'll have probably one more round of bills that we can submit, and if there's questions, happy to come here and speak to the whole committee or deal with it on a smaller group, whatever you all prefer.
Well,
Yeah, Frank.
I think we have gone as far as this committee can go. The project's complete. There are some loose ends I think now's the time to turn it over to the paid professionals that will oversee any future work. I mean, Mary Beth as town administrator will still be authorizing leading or lagging payments, and certainly the DPW should be able to communicate as needed with the other parties. So it's my recommendation that we notify the selectmen that we've completed the task.
Okay. Should we vote on that?
I'll make a motion.
I'll second.
Do we have one more item on the agenda? Do we get to do that before
we'll wait until we do that.
I also have
Getting ahead of me.
I have a question. When we ribbon cutting and we take over the structure, is there a
Well, we've already taken.
We've already taken
yeah,
over.
taken it over, but is there any time expansion if we find an issue that we didn't see before we close out everything? In other words, I'm thinking almost like what we happened with the police station with the water pouring over and coming down the wall, right? I think that was covered by our
Well,
insurance.
unfortunately, that was a year later.
Right.
I mean,
That's what I'm saying. How much is there a time limit of
the
if?
reason that happened is there was a poor commissioning job
Right. Yeah.
on the police station.
Yeah.
They missed a lot.
Standard warranty is a year, right?
Correct.
Some things obviously, like a roofing membrane
There's
or,
a defect.
Yeah.
If you're asking if there's an undisclosed defect in the construction, that's got nothing to do with warranty. The page would be responsible.
Okay. For what distance? For what time?
If there's a defect that materially affects the use of the building, there's no time limit.
on a defect.
Okay. I
It can't
just
be something we should have done. It,
Right.
it has to be something that wasn't done.
Right.
Or wasn't done correctly.
yeah. I mean, there might be something behind a wall that we can't see. That might show up, like you're talking about, a year from now or whatever. I just wondering if there's a time. If they after 6 months we own anything that goes wrong, when actuality it was.
Next week we own everything that goes wrong.
But I
That's what it
mean,
is, yeah.
if it's a structural,
Yeah, it's a common sense thing. You can't cover that in the contract. If there's a failure on the part of the contractor to deliver what he contracted to do, then he's liable, and one of two things would happen. We'd go to him and he'd say, okay, I'll fix it. Or we'd make a determination if it's worth pursuing, and then we would go the legal route. But either way, it wouldn't be to his benefit because he does a lot of public work.
Right.
And DCAM looks very negatively on
right?
things like that.
I mean, equipment and things, again, most will probably have a year. Some may have longer.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I just
Different materials may have, like a roofing membrane might have a 20-year life.
exactly.
You know what I mean? But,
Like if,
the hose that broke, if that breaks 13 months from now, that's on us.
and why would it break?
Who knows?
Poor quality of a hose.
could be.
Well, I'm saying, but if it's 13, 14 months down the road, and they only had a 1-year warranty.
Yeah, if it happens up to
Yeah.
the 11th hour, the 11th month, I'd go to Paige and say, Paige, it's on you. You got to take care of it. If it happens after that, you could call me. You could call the hose manufacturer and say, hey, this thing's only a year old. Like, can you send me another one? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Maybe they will, maybe they won't. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
that's, certain items in the building equipment and various building components have longer warranty periods. And
Okay.
so,
Yeah, some of it will default to the manufacturer too.
Right.
Whatever. So
So Kevin, what about the DTM rating? What's the process for that?
I'll do a draft and then I'll send it out for you guys to chime in on. And then it'll get signed by me and Mary Beth.
So only one of them get filled out, not individual?
For one, we don't have to do more than one. There's one from the awarding authority and OPM, and we do it for the filed sub bids and the GC.
But that's only from the OPM. There isn't one from the town and one from the OPM. I think that's kind of what you're asking, Rick, right?
I thought that was the process.
I thought so too. There was one from each.
There's one that I sign. There's 2 lines to sign, and I'll sign it, and the town signs it.
We do the
Okay.
DCAM evaluation on the general contractor. Trying to think. I don't remember us doing.
I think we did it on the police station.
Oh, we
Yeah,
did.
We did on Seaver,
We rated them.
but I don't think we did any on the subs. I don't remember doing
I don't
that.
remember either.
I think the subs worked
I
for the
do know
general
the
contract.
rating we gave for Seaver became a bone of contention.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's
Yeah,
only
because-
because the OPM wouldn't let me rate it lower.
Yeah.
I guess fill it out. I mean, fill it out, distribute it. Obviously, we can.
When do you think that'll come out? 2 weeks? About?
Yeah, I'll work on them. I'll work on them next week. So they should be. You're supposed to get them out within like 60 days. Pretty quick.
I think if anyone has concerns about what should be rated, that information should be provided to Mary Beth, because she's going to be filling out the DCAM notice. Make sure she has the input for whatever issues or concerns
Basically,
may be raised.
yeah, I think it's basically anything under an 80% is failing.
Yeah. It used to be 75,
Yeah.
and we gave them 69.
I remember that, yeah.
All right. So last agenda item, we need to go into an executive session, discuss the deployment of security personnel or devices or strategies with respect thereto.
Motion to go into executive session is stated.
Second.
Roll call. Rick,
Yes.
Dennis, Dave, Frank,
Yes.
Dan,
Yes.
and I'm a yes. I'm turning off the recorder. All right. We're back in our open session. I think, Frank, you had a motion you want to do.
Well, I would like to memorialize that we had security discussions, and in conclusion, we're suggesting that the Board of Public Works Commissioners determine appropriate actions
For what?
for whatever security devices are needed for the facility.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a motion.
Motion.
And now, motion to notify the selectmen that we have completed the building project and recommend that the responsibility for future follow-up and payments rest with the Board of Selectmen and the town administrator.
Oh, I will second that.
Okay. We have a motion and a second. But comment, just thank you to everybody. It's a couple of years, maybe longer.
Yeah.
I appreciate everyone's effort, especially the subcommittee, where you guys are available on the day-to-day basis, week-to-week basis.
These two guys.
All the other town departments that helped us, get this building built.
It was Rick and Frank. And
And Dennis.
yeah,
And
thank you.
so everyone's
Well, I always
efforts
counted on
and
Rick to stir the pot.
getting
Yeah.
this done. We got a nice.
I lit the fuse, Frank put it out.
But that's fine. That's the way it should be.
You guys got a regular good guy thing.
Yeah.
It's a regular sticky work.
It worked.
Yeah.
It did.
And I hope to see everybody at the dedication Monday, 3:00. Weather looks great. Hopefully, have a big turnout. And
Right, and I apologize
Go
that
from there.
I may not be there because of my being operated on my leg tomorrow.
all right. So we have a motion and a second. All in favor to disband the board? Aye. Unanimous.
Motion to adjourn.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.